glad that at least we have him. He's the guy there filling Hayes. If not, that would definitely be a dagger into the lineup.
Yeah, it was something I think we discussed last week with Colin Dunlap. We talked about the impact Jarrett Triolo had, and he was the guy that wasn't really expected to be called up. Henry Davis, we knew there was a chance he'd be here soon. Nick Gonzalez, we knew there was a chance he'd be here soon. It was an injury that forced Jarrett Triolo to be called up, and you're right, that impact he made was pretty immediate at the plate. He's continuing to swing the bat well, but he's made a couple of really big impact plays on defense. One of them closed out a game that allowed him to win that game with David Bednar on the mound, and Bednar moved out of the way for Triolo to make that play. So it definitely does speak to what they've been able to do with just a short period of time. And these young guys all together, both Triolo and Gonzalez, but also Henry Davis as well. He's back in the lineup, and he's had a lot of exposure in right field. Granted, he was a catcher coming up through the system, but they're giving him opportunities at right field. Hannah, what do you think about the outcry for Henry Davis behind the plate? Even though he's starting to settle in right field, he's still, learning his way out there defensively, but he is showing a little bit of prowess with the bat as well.
I think that's just what comes with being a first-round pick, right? And at that position, everybody wants to see you at the position you were supposed to be selected at. That's what you're supposed to be the best at. And if you're going to be all in on a guy and bringing him up in the way that he felt he should be in the majors, I think it's really giving off that attitude that people want him behind the plate, because at this point, what do you have to lose? He's hitting one of the best in the lineup right now, much better than Hedges is, and I think that's the most important piece there, because then you free up some space to look in your outfield and possibly bring another guy up and add to that lineup, because if anything, we've seen these young guys, they got in that lineup and they did not look back. They have been hitting much better than I think expected or anticipated to, but they were ready for the opportunity, and Henry Davis is a guy who was ready for his opportunity. He made it loud and clear to the Pirates in the beginning of the season when they didn't bring him up right away that he was almost going to make them pay for it a little bit in the best way possible, and he has. He's really proven to be that guy. So since he's proven to be that guy in the position he's not as comfortable in, supposedly, and has proven to be that guy at the plate, why wouldn't you try to give him a chance to be that guy at the position he's most comfortable in?
That's a good point. And something else to keep an eye on as we go through the weekend here. We've been talking about the All-Star break coming up. That also includes the MLB Futures game, where Andy Rodriguez, the catcher at AAA, he will be playing there. He's a guy that you want to keep an eye on because he was, expected to be the next guy in line as far as the first catcher that could be called up maybe to get that spot behind the plate. Had an injury earlier in the season. They want to see if the bat comes around. So that could be a name you hear making the trek to Pittsburgh in the near future. 412-575-2600 is the number on the Bordas & Bordas hotline, or you can shoot us a tweet at Josh Taylor HD. We will take a break. When we come back, Hannah and I will have our tweet of the night. We'll answer your phone calls and your tweets, and we'll talk about some more. Stick around.